kick the last kicks of a dying horse, will try to proliferate their agenda all the way to the end. I did say that the wicked and the scum of the earth that are the wicked in this particular instance are like Yahya Sinwar in passing away. He was still out here throwing sticks at the IDF before he was completely annihilated. With his hand missing and everything, he was still throwing sticks with whatever hand he had left. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's what the wicked do when they're cornered. They throw sticks. And I have had sticks of 4 out of 5 of my freaking YouTube channels deleted from YouTube altogether without a price strike, without a prior warning, without a community guidelines, a proper night, like 4. I have 5 channels in total, and they have completely erased, like deleted, as if I have no access to 4 of my YouTube channels. They've only left 1. And I'm gonna tell you what in the world has happened throughout the course of the day. These are people who, like Yahya Sinwar, on their way to the grave, are throwing sticks. But am I not out here sitting where I'm sitting as the proverbial Israel, having Syrians seek out my services to be a patron over them because I am far more responsible with their livelihoods? Am I not rather more speaking towards the actual hard cry of South Africa in a way that they can relate with me, in a way that they can love me, in a way that they can be like, whoo, I am reprieved. I just came to learn of a politician in this country by the name of Gayton McKenzie, who appears to be ideologically, anyway, I've only ever listened to a little bit of his way of his speeches, is aligned to me. I never imagined that there was a black man, especially, chilling in some kind of position of authority in this country that is actually sounding the right alarm. I've only ever been putting my ear to the ground to listen to that Dumbo called Julius Malema, that Dumbo called Cyril Ramaphosa, that Dumbo, these Dumbos in the ANC, these Dumbos in the Government of National Unity, these Dumbos in Jaffa that are out here throwing South Africa to the mud, these Dumbos that are trying to accuse AfriForum and Solidarity of freaking treason. I've only ever been listening to that, so I'm thinking this country's done for, until I found out about this one gentleman by the name of Gayton McKenzie, and I was like, where's he at? Where he been all this time? And how much do South Africans like him? Do South Africans actually agree with this guy? Is the sentiment of the nation in tandem with him? If at all he were to indeed, just as he has got hopes one day to run for president in this country, would he succeed to get some kind of a population of this country to vote for him? If so, perhaps maybe there is hope for this nation. Maybe it can be patched together as with sticky tape. I do not know. But bottom line is, when the wicked are kicking the last kicks of a dying horse, you won't even know that there are people who think the way that you think. In other words, that there are people chilling in Syria out here trying to have Israel be their patron. You will not know that people who are historically your enemies are also fed up. They're also done. Like, what the heck? How in the world are you gonna go delete 4 YouTube channels that have been in existence for years? 4! They're gone! Aye, guys. This here is a flexing of evil muscle, evidencing that I'm onto something, evidencing exactly the very thing that people are trying to make me think is not a thing. The existence of evil. Just like I said earlier with Andrew Tate. I'm not a big fan of the guy, but the only reason why he went from being low-key kind of atheistic, disinterested in the things of God at all, to interested in the things of God was because, albeit in and of himself being not a very great guy, made an observation of just how so very many not so great guys there are on earth, and how they can literally flip an entire planet over on its head and decimate it. He made an observation of the exquisite depth of evil on earth and concluded, therefore, that there must be a God. Because if human beings were left unfettered, we would reach entropy. It's the very thing that I've been speaking about. Similarly, 2 men like Jordan Peterson were interrogated deeply the things of God for the same reasons. I've spoken about these men before. I've also made mention of Joe Rogan, who went from completely atheistic to now interrogating the things of God, or at least being happy to have a discussion concerning it. Precisely because the world is too evil. Like, their reason for considering the thing that God might be a thing was precisely because of how evil the world is. So if you can do this to a minuscule, infinitesimal, microscopic, frankly ignorable woman, and be so myopic in the way that you think, a sadistic son of a gun, walking around as vapid, hollow, and empty as you are, if you can be that way towards somebody as insignificant as me, it says that the name in which I come is above all names. He is the King of Kings. He is potent, powerful, poignant. He is God. And you are picking a bone with him, seeing as you're hellbound. Why would a woman with literally nobody viewing her, with a woman who is non-threatening, a woman whose prophecies are apparently going nowhere, why somebody that is definitely not being looked at by anyone other than you, why would you do this to them? People are trying to divorce me from Jesus Christ. because apparently he's not coming through for me. But it is precisely how much they are working to try and divorce me from him that keeps me strong in him, because it confirms that there is something about him that they fear. It says that there is a diabolical force that is emotioning them to loathe and despise that which I am, to a point of such below the belt activity as, shortly after making it clear that my content is going to get me rescued by the United States of America, 4 of my YouTube channels get freaking deleted altogether. Listen, if at all, just like Andrew Tate, there is no God, then I can stay evil. Then I can maybe go and give fellatio to some filth bag that's gonna give me oral herpes. Maybe I can do whatever it takes. Do whatever it takes for me to get a 9 to 5. Do whatever it takes for me to get any kind of semblance of a happy life. Anything at all. So I don't end up committing suicide from just an empty, void, vacuous life. Let me just go mina and give myself warts, genital warts, oral warts. Let me just go and give myself HIV, whatever it is that I can take from a person that suffering from a severity of a fixation, otherwise known as a bondage to castration anxiety, is literally flailing his manhood all up in my grill as my only way out. Flailing his manhood all up in my grill as my only way out, the way that men use their manhood as the only way out of women's sufferings, because they have amassed for themselves, very unfortunately so, for the rest of all of us, so much wealth, so much money in a world that is in the last days that loves money. They lovers of pleasure. In the last days, perilous times will come, 2 Timothy 3. For men will be lovers of themselves, lovers of money. A world that so loves money that women will literally forget that this here is the very destruction of the fabric of women's society. To let every last strong protagonist for a movement, every last woman that is standing strong on her virtue, has to become an OnlyFans freaking model. The last woman, the last virgin in the high school, gotta sleep with someone just so she can get a college admission. Money is so beloved in these last days that women are prepared to let the entire female population be subjugated to the tyranny of men's crazy castration anxiety. Because after all, do they not also have penis envy? You want to lord it over women with an iron fist, fellow women with an iron fist, to a point where you want to grow a phallus yourself, and then center in the middle of your legs over there, you want to go and pump yourself up so that you can, just like a man, literally try to use your manhood to try and make a woman do what you want her to do. So if at all you don't have your own phallus, you will then vicariously use the phallus of some dude out here that's telling himself, Uti, I'm a billionaire and I'm gonna sleep with you, or you can go commit suicide, do what you want to do, but I'm gonna corner you like a rodent in a house and you will not be able to go anywhere. It is literally the manifestation of the bondage to, or fixation to, the third phase of childhood development. So you are basically a baby and you are out just suffering from a severity of Oedipal complex because you want to sleep with your mama. That's what's going on here. You're suffering from castration anxiety, just like Adam was promised to suffer from castration anxiety. It was written in God's word that he would try to lord it over Eve with an iron fist. So he would use his manhood, his resources, the fact that God made them they tend to be with most of the wealth, most of the strings pulled, therefore most of the ability to call in favors, most of the ability to move things left, right, up and down, etc. Men, even in this era of women empowerment, with lots and lots of women that are very, very successful, bottom line is the majority of the earth's wealth by a landslide, it literally belongs to men. That's how the Lord will have it be, because it's them that he gave the job to provide. It is them that he gave the job to protect. It is them that he gave the job to influence, lead, be a patriarchy. He gave it to them. So he's not going to give people an authority spiritually and then not attach to that authority an ability to truly wield some kind of influence with resources, money. He gave men more money than women because he never intended for the world to ever be a matriarchy like ever. So there will never come a time when women are the majority wealth force in any space. It will always be within the minority. Even the Antichrist is a man for good reason. Even though he is suspected to be gay or effeminate or not loving the touch of women or whatever, bottom line is he's a man. He was born with a certain chromosome set, and it is what it is. That's how God intended it for to be. That men will always be the ones that are wielding the most influence on earth. So granted that they wield this much influence, they then use that influence that they have to beef up their curse, which is to lord it over Eve with an iron fist. Even if you are trying to listen to this, all right? So Adam and Eve were judged at the fall. Let's just put that out there. They fell apart, ate of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, and so lost their standing before a holy God. Eve was then told that from now on, you're not going to be loved all that much, but you're going to desire and basically want to juice and sap that love. Adam, you're going to want to lord over her with an iron fist. But listen to this. Because the devil is crazy nasty, he has out here come at you like a flood. I'm going to raise a standard. I'm going to send you somebody that's going to redeem you from the tyranny of the fall. So Adam, even though the devil is going to strike your heel, you are going to crush his head. Essentially, the Lord gave redemption to the human race to be recovered to God. The Lord gave the human race an opportunity to essentially be restored to right thinking about how to be as a man and how to be as a woman. Women are told to respect husbands, submit under them. They are told to be winds underneath their wings instead of trying to take over their authority, while men are told love your wives as Christ loved the church, and if you don't listen to them, even your prayers are going to be hindered. So Adam is told that yes, you have fallen, and from now on you're going to want to be a barbaric beast suffering from castration anxiety, wanting to lord over women with your manhood by forcing them to do strange things. But when you come to me, you must intentionally suppress your desire to control her, but rather love her the way that I have loved the church. For all are one in me. Neither male nor female, Jew nor Gentile, all are one in me. And as for you, Eve, you have got to suppress that desire to want to run men. That's what's good. And also the desire to claim that you don't need them and all that jazz. You have to acknowledge your roles as a woman and submit under that headship. If you don't want to, you are in rebellion against me. And since rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft, you might as well be the wicked witch of the West when you don't honor when you don't honor your role as a woman. All right. I did a video about that, but you took away my channels. So when am I ever gonna post my stuff, hey? Where I'm speaking about this very thing. You lackluster buffoons that know you need me, and that's why you've left one freaking channel alone. You wanna keep hearing me, you want your bread buttered on both sides, but you wanna take away the rest of my channels. And so leave one little meager channel left so you can have something of me left. I'm not going to post that stuff until you restore all of my channels, all of them. Kaufela. Nami, I can freaking boycott. You better give me back my channels or I will never post again. I will literally disappear on YouTube and start a new channel where you will never find me. You freaking need me. Just admit it. You need me. And this here is the last video I am going to post on any of my channels that you all have access to. And I will literally clandestinely mamela. I will post somewhere. Y'all have seen my animation. Y'all have seen my animation. I will post somewhere where you are not going to be able to find me by voice recognition. You're not going to be able to find me by face recognition. I will disappear and post my content where you won't find me. And seeing as you are thirsty and hungry for my content, seeing as you want your bread buttered on both sides, you want to have your cake and eat it too. I get, yeah. You want me to keep on giving you prophecy while you freaking make me disappear. Like a figment of an imagination. You want me to go and satiate the desires of some married creep. You are not going to make me suffer from Oedipal complex too. Give me Oedipus's mom. You, as Adam, were given intentionality at the second Adam. The Lord knew that you would basically be barbaric against women as men, and that women would literally lose their minds and make men gods to the point of ignoring their own desires as women. Their own desires as women. And their own needs, but to the ignorant for just a drop of water on their tongue. I spoke about that in some 11-part series that I have already put online, and I intended to share it. Mara I get post you will get hunger pangs. Because listen to this, the Lord showed me that what's going on with me being gone is absence makes the heart grow fonder. And also, Amos 8 and 11, the day is coming when the Lord is going to send out a famine on the land. Not a famine for food, nor that of a thirst of water. You've gotten drawn to me, you are attached to me like a bubble gum. When I get cut, you also get cut. Y'all are freaking playing games. Bloody games. When I get cut, you get cut. Have you ever had the bubble gum? You can't wash that out. There's nothing you can do. That piece of hair where the bubble gum is at, you gotta cut it off. That's how teachers back in the day used to punish kids. They would actually put, if you were chewing bubble gum in class, they would make you put it in your hair. You would have to go home. Next week, the following day, you're gonna come home with a bob. Do you understand? You're gonna come home. You're gonna come to school with a bob because your teacher put bubble gum in your hair. And since it was the days of corporal punishment, moms were like, Vela, what were you doing in science class? You deserve to have your hair cut from tailbone length to a bob. Because what were you doing in Mr. Krause's class? Just like bubble gum You take me out, you cut yourselves. You take me out, you cut yourselves. You need me. You need me. You are in freaking denial. You need me in the worst way. Do you understand? So you cut me while it'll hurt to not be able to do ministry, while it'll hurt to walk away from years of prophecy, years of content, while it will sting me. Bottom line is, you cut me, you cut yourself. This is a freaking kamikaze mission, except I'm in Christ. I will find somewhere else to prophesy. I will post elsewhere. Get like another platform. I will be only on Twitter, where you will not find me. I get it, but I will certainly have some other outlet to share my frustrations. Because understand this, either you set me free out of YouTube jail, or the Trump administration sets me free. I told you, they are going to set free even deleted accounts that were deleted for no freaking reason. So I will be able to return to YouTube. But it's up to you for how long in your stomach. How long will the famine linger in your land? Because y'all need my food. Y'all need me. You need me like the hemoglobin coursing through your blood, making it blood red, making it bright red. You need me like breath in your lungs. Otherwise, you become septic. Otherwise, you start to get respiratory failure. Otherwise, you need to be freaking baited. Otherwise, you need to be put in a coma. You cannot survive without me. And I am aware of that. But you are testing stuff la dinja. And in this game that you are playing, I'm doing this little interlude to let you know that kinali content posted on YouTube. I was planning on submitting all that evidence. The next video is an explanation of how you're all gonna get fired from your jobs. It's a prophecy of how the Lord is going to uproot every last one of you and would have prospered to snatch even some of y'all out of the flames of hell. But I'm not gonna share it. Do you know how long it takes for me to do a thumbnail? Last night I did my thumbnail like 4 a.m. in the morning. It was rather this morning. Like 6:30. 2.5 hours gets a thumbnail fail. Thumbnail. Then I posted couple 7 was saying, you will recall I posted early in the morning. Before Kirobal. I was praying the whole night. Get what's a thumbnail 2.5 hours, Bato. Guys. Thumbnail 2.5 hours, only for oral herpes. Sanang the genital warts. Sanang le HIV. Out here giving him fellatio. Cause that's what it is that God season. Okay, fine, you don't want to have sex. Give me head. Oh, yo, here's a lahlanya. With you are ill from a myriad of diseases. Oh, but I'll transfer your general herpes to my mouth. On my knees. In exchange for me to get a channel that, no, not YouTube or even America gave me, but Jesus Christ of Nazareth. The Lord is the one that gave me the stuff. He's the one that gave me this ministry. He's the one that gave me an idea to start a YouTube channel. He's the one. So even though mankind might providentially out here code and bring forth a platform called YouTube, bottom line is, when I get a slot in there, when I get a little channel, when I squeeze myself in the movie house, it is the Lord that gave me that chair. He's the one that from eternity past foreordained it. He's the one that gave the URL that he gave to me from eternity past to be my YouTube channel. Not a different one, not one where I'm going to start from 1 subscriber, not one where I am going to have to ignore about all the prophecy I have shared. Listen, I will confess. Because my computer, I only have one and I get an external hard drive, I cannot my stuff is all chilling on a YouTube cloud. All of these prophecies that I have given over this country of ours, that is South Africa, are all chilling in the cloud of YouTube. Once it's online, get deleted in just on, I'm working on the backup. So the thoughts I prophecy, go to hell. Like Pharaoh, you are gonna give me back my channel. You're gonna give them back. You are gonna give me back on my YouTube channel. What? Futi, you are going to also give me back my ability to create subscribers, my ability to get viewed, everything. I am telling you right now, because just like so can we just supernaturally extract this bubble gum out of the hair in a way where we get to save both the bubble gum and the hair? That supernatural enabler without cutting. So I long for the channels like di fellets ha ke tlo na ke ntse ke ngona di appeal ke ntse ke kopa YouTube this that and the other. Mfeng di channels are back. Give me my channels back, you idiots, because you know you need me like experimenter. And basadi ba di thusang chiriana ya ko YouTube ke tshela ka go kuwa o suwa ke o lose am so bezwa ha o rata sa right. You're gonna lose everything, but you're still gonna give me back my channels because boss ya gago ya billionaire ntshanga ntse o patla di bribe all over the show mo strateng. No shame. He is bubblegum in my hair. He is bubblegum in my hair, child. Ke mologile a le inside a courthouse a le one nje fela ana le moriri o snacks a apere baki e black e kima e kana with the shoulders tse fitlang mo antsa e ska tlhogo a le all alone. That man is like Saul. Do you understand? David plays the harp, his evil spirit is soothed. Ha nna ka nkanyamela on social media le billionaire lona, your billionaire that can pay all the prostitutes of South Africa to sleep with him in one night, your little billionaire that can pay all of like corporate South Africa, that can pay parastatals, that can pay even the president a bribe. You see, that's the beauty about true impactfulness in resting in God's spirit. You will become indispensable even to abantu that imagine themselves indispensable to everyone else. Umuntu that everyone kisses the buttock of, they will not be able to not kiss yours. That's how the Lord makes you indispensable. Irreplaceable. He makes you irreplaceable even in the lives of your biggest terrorizers. Billionaires in a courthouse Ali one. Muagage o godile e le di Rice Krispies tsa di dreadlocks. Ale shrunken. Aduti mola Ali wa khototse. Everyone around Maseyo. Lendo tale ini di company lankutla. He needs real people. He needs real affection. He needs to feel a sense of peace again ampomulo. And like Saul, like David playing the harp. For Saul, I'm the only person who found any kind of semblance of peace. It's a toxic relationship, trauma bonding, where it is that you are attached to someone who without me. He gets shakes, withdrawal when I don't post. Maraki poster, I go send like 10,000 rand in a day. Delete channel ya ka ofela ko YouTube. Alo braba ke release CEO ya teng, let's go tellang please. Njangana ya lona e gona go le patala ya le billionaire. Ana ka keriwa. Njangana e lena ya keriwa alongside all of the rest of his psycho fans. You can't deal, you can't survive without me, and that's the reason why you have deleted all my YouTube channels except for one, because you hope I'm gonna keep on posting. That's why you did that with my advanced features as well. You took away my advanced features, and then you brought them back because they won't post infrequently. So now I've continued to maintain my infrequent posting, and that has frustrated you, made you realize that I'm not going back to uploading every single day. So this time around, okay, it's okay, we can just listen to her on her one channel because she will keep on posting. The very same knee-jerk reaction that I had when you took away my advanced features to post only once every 7 days or whatever. This is my knee-jerk reaction now. I am so indispensable to you freaks at this present juncture now that you can't afford for me to disappear on social media altogether. It's the reason why you didn't delete every channel. It's the reason you didn't delete every channel. You deleted all. You deleted all of them except for one. Mamela, Adam. The Lord gave him an option to be recovered to the second Adam. He told Adam expressly at the judgment, after giving him his character flaws, that however, in spite of your character flaws, there will be some among you that are going to do better by women, better by themselves, better by me, better by creation, that is not going to keep on groaning to see the sons of God revealed because of you. There are going to be those who will be restored to the second Adam, and so realize that their fixation to castration anxiety, their fixation or their bondage to wanting to run women is sinful, and they have to intentionally go to work to it, because when you are fixated on castration anxiety, you will try by any means necessary to induce sexual sin in women. At the end of the day, Adam, you are created, yes, in order to be honored by Eve and by God. However, that is the caveat and the term and condition of your patriarchal power. The influence that the Lord has given you does have a term and a condition. It's that honor me and I will give you wealth. Honor me and I will give you strength truly. Honor me and I will maintain your structures. I will never let you be uprooted. You will endure forever. You will be established like the throne of David. Honor me. God, if you dare disrespect me, Kita go uproot overnight just like that, like Nebuchadnezzar. Have you ever plucked out an eyebrow? You know how painful it is? Sometimes you could even bleed. Oh, dumbe, njefela. Mara eyebrow ya teng enka sebaka jwang go gola back because it was plucked. It was like taken out literally from the root. It wasn't like Emek, you know, like a hair removal cream that you just put on the surface and then within 2 days you've got these little sprouts. When you pluck a brow or when you wax it, it's a ripping and it takes it from like the root. And so honka sebaka got a D1 e gole hape. That's how God uproots. He will literally uproot a monolith and it'll take 7 years like Nebuchadnezzar for you to come back up for air again. How about you uproot like Modimo? How recover nako? The Lord might give you recovery. Mara after 7 years, After 7 years, obe beast. After 7 years, like Nebuchadnezzar, you will say the nations of this world are accounted as nothing before God. No one can say to him, what have you done? So you can either right now, as you're bashing your chest on the mountaintop against Daniel in a lion's den, yeah, you can decide, you are going to maintain Karabo YouTube channel E1, where I'm going to keep on posting like a slushy at Take 5. Or you will restore all of my channels. Otherwise, this is a hunger strike. Hashem. Nami, I've got my own currency. This is a hunger strike. I am posting this content to let you know hunger strike. Lin na hako poster. I've got batong. Yon kinale content. Cheringana yalana ya go swaba. Enzeli busy enka di channel tsa go YouTube. You could maybe like the content that is online right now. I download it. But that's the last I'm uploading. As for the present batch of content, the videos that are setting, it's my lover or whatever. How could he post that? So you're not gonna have access to them. The ones that I've already put online, I'll give you that. Cherie e ka lefa tsona a ka gona ke go ke administrator o go back end wa gona di thola di video tsaka le di mamele ka fela from start to finish. But that's the last that you will get. So savor them like in an apocalypse, and you are like trapped in a basement with like few foodstuffs. You've got a few canned tins na le di bottles of meat yana 7, and there's like 20 of you in a room. Yeah, savor it, babies. Is it like a salty cracker? Nibble on it like that. Yeah, hoping to spread this out until rescue efforts come. Except the rescue effort is my helivac. I'm the person here that rocks up kitole fepa in lily trapped in an underground tunnel. Filang up kametsi. Lotoda. I'm the only way out. When I post content la for la dinja, I am your triage nurse. I'm like Florence Nightingale out here tending to the needs of crazy soldiers. I used to have a friend that was a nurse back in the day. In nursing student. Unabalakovit University nursing. This woman would talk about Amadoda, that she would be out here cleaning the wounds off in the hospital, and right there, in front of the nurse, and she just has to I deal like at that level of perversion, and in some instances they would even flirt with her. Try to lick her and whatnot, and she would just have to be very mature, hunker down and just continue to a man that has got an erect penis, bathe him, like cater to his needs, feed his medication, and in some instances even go to the extreme of making a pass at her. Like a man out of passing away from Lona full-blown easier thing, still making a pass at her on Samara sexy. Yeah, the reason why I guess I'm not a doctor and why I didn't get into even other medical professions like nursing, even though I love to take care of people, because that's got problems down below. In a particular way, and I have to now be mature. Because do you know how the patient types it up thing? You remind me of the patient. It's that chick. Some of the patients were licentious men. Some of them were these like senile geriatrics that everything that you are doing for this person, bandaging his wounds, you're basically making sure that he is kept in the pink of health. Yeah, or he recovers. Everything that you do to try and recover him to the pink of health, still treat you like trash. Hey, when you give him food, I let him fight, and you have to mop it up, you have to clean it. Just sucker, like hunker down, because you cannot discharge or like tell a patient to get out of the hospital. It's not like it's a naughty child in school that you can tell get out of the class. And even then, these ones by 2025 will tell you I have a right to an education, so you can't even kick me out of class, but you get my point. It's not like a deadbeat kid that out here is wreaking havoc and you can ground them or make sure that they don't go to certain parts of the house, wada. Nah, this is a patient in the hospital, and you have a duty under the government, under the oaths that you took as a healthcare practitioner, to take care of somebody that's swearing at you, throwing food at you, spitting in your face, calling you all different kinds of things, saying they don't want to work with a black woman because they're racist, all that jazz. Yeah, y'all remind me of the patient that chick, the horror stories when she was doing her residency, if you want to call it that. I could say like the practical nursing. The horror stories made me be like, yo, that's the reason why I'm not in the medical professional, because professional rude men. The issue that think they can flirt with me. and say licentious things sexually and it be okay, especially considering, unlike some pervert on the street, you don't have to see his manhood right there. Aling naked, aling ngono, cause how much have busy. Perverts vamos strateng bazovukelwa nje indaba ukuthi uyandlula first stop. You can just ndlula first stop. Uthi mobona uska bashaba down there. Mara holiness, o tlhapisa ntanyana ya go tawa, o tla etsang. You guys are like those. Like you remind me of that chick's patience. You remind me of her patience. You're senile. You are abusive. You are raunchy. You are disgusting. You throw expletives in my grill. You throw food at me when I'm trying to feed you. When I try to dress your wounds, you tell me you don't want to work with a black woman. When I bath you tell me I might as well just hop onto your manhood because I mean, after all, he's already naked. We might as well just get happy and dirty. That's what one of the patients told that chick. And this chick just had to keep quiet until she was done. You remind me of that chick's patience. You remind me of that former friend of mine that was doing nursing at Wits. You remind me of her patience. Like you are sexually aroused in the climate of someone that is trying to dress your wounds. But understand, if that friend of mine walked out and there were no other nurses, if that friend of mine walked out because there was like a strike getting nurses and so there's nobody to tend to patients, one after the other, like dominoes, they would go into eternity. You will start to die. The very thing of her not bathing you from all that bacteria, dressing your wounds, that festering, bubbling, that pathogen, it'll finish its course. Get the very necrotizing fasciitis that nurse was supposed to be a nursing assistant in a surgery in OR for a doctor to cut off at least save your life. But we gotta amputate the arm. She would have been the nursing assistant inside the OR. Otusang the surgeon. Mara almost striking. And so udutsi mo passaging yaspetele when nurses and doctors are on strike and this necrotizing fasciitis is just like, you know, it's metastasizing. It's going into your arm and now it's going to reach your throat, your heart and whatnot, and it's going to reach vital organs and then you're going to be done for. We can't exactly surgically remove your heart now, can we? And you still live. We can't surgically remove your lungs now and you still live, can we? So if it has metastasized that gangrene to such organs as these, all you can do now is get your affairs in order. But if you're sitting with sepsis spreading in your veins or a necrotizing fasciitis spreading in your bloodstream with nurses unable to get to you, you die. You die. You die. And I am the antibiotic administrating, wound cleansing, amputating, wound dressing, like healthcare providing, spiritual GP. I am your doctor, I am your nurse. And it is a war zone, Ninja. Do you understand? And so we can't just call another one in from another hospital. We can't just fly another team of doctors in because it's Doctors Without Borders. It is a remote location in some Horn of Africa part. And all you got is that one little doctor that is freaking exhausted. I am tired. And if I walk out, if I faint, if I decide that I'm done here, proper, you will. In the periphery of the hospital on stretchers, on gurneys, packed like sardines. Have no one coming for you until some of you die from perfectly treatable wounds, perfectly treatable infections. Just a couple of antibiotics, a course of antibiotics or an IV of antibiotics and you're right as rain. You're gonna go home, you're gonna recover in your bed with some soup. You would be fine. You wouldn't even need to be amputated if only you had respected the nurse that finally threw in the towel because you were that freaking disrespectful. Lantella, without me, you die. Without me, you die. And in Nahe, seeing as I'm the nurse here, I'm the triage specialist here, I'm the one with all the gauze, I'm the one with all the antiseptic, I'm the one that is out here disinfecting your crazy gangrenous wound. Yeah, those are my skills, honey, okay? A nurse in the Horn of Africa or a doctor without borders is a nurse in some suburbia urban hospital without all the tyranny of Africa. A nurse is still a nurse without all the tyranny of Africa. That is out here serving the Tigray region of Ethiopia or chilling in the center of South Sudan and is being used as a human shield by the people there. I mean, you're still a nurse. in the center of Brooklyn, New York. You're still a nurse in the center of Johannesburg. Go Helen Joseph or go Wilgejevel Hospital if you're going to be private and all that jazz. You're still a nurse wherever you find yourself at. You're still a doctor wherever you find yourself at. But the danger to you is that much more astronomical when you are slap bang in the center of a war zone, when you're slap bang in the center of Gaza, when you're slap bang in the center of Lebanon, in the middle of Hezbollah being decimated. I mean, you're a lot more in danger. And if the soldiers therein don't appreciate the fact that you keep on patching them back together again, like literally, I am sorry. I am going to where it is safe. Understand this. I've been saying this time and time again. Donald Trump, let's praise the Lord for him, for he has been fat. He's been ordained. He's been raised up as a man, okay, to uproot the kind of trash that you are. Langtaba to a point of deleting my YouTube channels. Wait again, to do that. Do that. Because if you take my last YouTube channel, you will even rescue me from the menace in America that was set free out of prison, that is surveilling me and keeps on singing me, I'm only one call away. I am here to save the day. Superman ain't got nothing on me because he thinks he's Charlie Puth, okay? If at all I disappear from my main channel, that little freak in America will have no access to me. So frankly, if you completely sever the artery, the lost artery that I have to reach you, if you sever this jugular, I'm not going to be the one that bleeds out, it's you. I'm the nurse, BI, in the center of Johannesburg or somewhere in some war zone in West Africa. I am still with the skills that I have. It's just that right now I'm in a dangerous freaking war zone. Do you understand what I'm saying? So therefore, given that Donald Trump, President of the United States of America, with his Elon Musk and his task team, yeah, social media, blah, 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 with Doge and all these things that he is doing, waiting in South Africa, Ibrahim Rasool was given a persona non grata. Like, he's just an extinct rando in America. He can't be there anymore. These are the kinds of things that you're enduring. Like, this is the Trump has put you on some kind of a bus-up list, a watch list as South Africa, and you think he can continue with this crazy listen because of Donald Trump and the prophecies that I gave in the video that caused you to delete my channels altogether. I told you that he has tasked. There is a task team of sorts that's setting free content creators, and that there are some that are going to be set free that whose channels were completely deleted. So because of this mission, Donald Trump, like proper, you cannot nullify prophecy. I will get my channels back, like literally every last one of them, with or without you. I'm gonna get my channels back, but I'm gonna get my channels back like getting a pension money after retiring from a military zone that had no respect for your services. I am going to get my channels back either today, tomorrow, the next day, because you listened to this and repented, or next week, or next month, maybe even next year. But I'm going to get them back. All the prophecies I shared are ultimately going to get viewed. I told you I will eventually end up on these channels with 5.3 million subscribers. But comprehend this, my little decision to stay away, back off, essentially strike, cause la hlanya, even though you can't afford to mess with the only doctor you have in that region of the world that has no borders. Okay, yeah, la mutella doctor wateng. You are taking that doctor and making her out here suture the wounds of just the one little mafia boss that keeps on harassing the children in the village, that keeps on raping the women in the village, and you keep on sending me after him to go and administer antibiotics into his freaking gonorrhea. I have to keep on patching up his wounds and ignoring the creche, ignoring the children's hospital, because he is bullying me, he is terrorizing me, he is paying all of this Ethiopia a whole bunch of money in order to make me service his gangster beastly needs, right? Me nage, as a nurse, I get to at some point, ngala, like, you can't kill me because I'm a doctor without border. That is the reason why you have left one of my channels open. You have, okay? You know you need me. You know you need me to administer some kind of medication to your festering and like bacterial, like nasty little fuzzy bubbling wound. You know you need me to administer that kind of healing to you. So that's why you haven't killed me. I had a dream the other day of a whole bunch of you little psycho miscreants giving me CPR, saying wake up, wake up, wake up, let everybody else go, but we can't lose Karabo. Hey, bathong langtela man. Laying for CPR because I was on the precipice of death because you don't want me dying because you needed me. So, little gangster, given that I'm the only person that can out just suture your wounds in the Horn of Africa, I'm the only person in the Tigray region, only person in Sudan, only person chilling in some battlefield in Uganda, seeing as I'm the only one that can stitch you up. Oh, shame. You can threaten and intimidate me as much as you want, Ntswa. You can harass me. You can maybe starve me for a day, but you can't kill me, because who is going to stitch you up? Who has the knowledge? Who has the know-how? Who, in this environment that has no resources, is going to help you along? So that's my bargaining chip, you idiot. That's my bargaining tool. Now me na my things to offer, Now me, I've got currency. I have also, in these streets, got stuff with which to bargain. I also have stuff with which to negotiate. I am not going to rock up and patch up your ugly, dirty, festering, bacterial, infected wounds with one freaking channel. Dream on. I'm not doing it. But understand this much as a prophecy. This here is not mere speculation. Because of Donald Trump's administration, today, tomorrow, next week, next month, maybe even next year, I'm gonna get all of my channels back. You can either give them back to me today, or, and nakhona, when you give me back on my channels, this time around, I'm not going to sit around dilly-dallying with binary code lamkutla. You're gonna give me back even my ability nswa. Ya go tshwara di subscribers. Basically, give me my YouTube channel back. I'm telling you, repent or perish. Marawena, who has got a gangrene, like properly like graduating from your palm to your arm, and you are facing losing that whole arm and then also your whole life altogether. The longer you take to restore me, the shorter your lifespan becomes, right? So you've either got 50 years to live or 2 hours. It's literally that basic. And the difference is in when I start to administer to your particular crisis. I also have a bargaining chip, you idiot. I also have a bargaining chip. And I know that I have one. I am too prophetic for you to ignore me. I have prophesied world events. Never mind what's happening in South Africa. Donald Trump's little travel ban on Africa. I told you. There is a video that I posted where I said that America is going to stop investing in African nations because of corruption. I said it. I am prophesying izinto that are of international importance and they've currently come into pass today. I'm like a news network that out here gets the news in advance. Before the stuff even happens, only for you guys to sit where you're sitting with your hands, on your mouth, on some, oh, she said this would happen in advance. I am both newsy and prophetic in the worst way. So you literally cannot afford to not have me be online. You can't, because I am a litmus test as to what's going to happen tomorrow. That's why you've left one little channel available. So seeing as that's my bargaining chip, this is how we're going to do this, ne? You're gonna give me my stuff back, or I'm not coming back to this channel. I will not shut up just because you said so. The Lion of the tribe of Judah has roared. Who can but prophesy? But I will disappear in a way that you're not going to find me. You're not going to know where I'm posting. You're absolutely not going to know where I'm posting. So everybody else that is in that environment will listen to my prophecies and then put their hands on their mouths on some, whoa, this stuff came to pass in just a mere 2 weeks since Karabo posted it. You will go hungry. The gangrene will spread. Your cancer will metastasize and you will get no radiation. You will get no treatment. You will get nothing at all until you give me back my YouTube channel with my ability to grow. This time around, I am boycotting even the Tabora have been frozen. I would have continued to post with binary code Lankutla until Donald Trump set me free. I would have done that. But this time around, I insist that when I post a video, if I don't have a minimum, because my content is that reaching, of 100 views in, I will give you even a week. If I don't have 100 views by the end of the first week, when you do restore my channels to me, if you restore them, not if, when you restore my channels to me, if by the end of 1 week progressing, I don't have a minimum of 100 views on every last video that I post, even if it's a series of 12 parts, I will just stop posting altogether because I will know you have still blocked me. My content is reaching enough for me to literally be chilling on thousands of views in a week. So if I don't have, I will give you this leniency, 100 mere South Africans, just 100 mere South Africans. If 100 people from South Africa in particular, because that's who I'm interested in reaching, if in my analytics I don't have per video a minimum of 100 people from South Africa, because that's who this prophecy is for. Those are the people that stand to bleed under your tyranny. If I don't have a minimum of 100 South Africans that can at least by word of mouth spread the disaster that's coming in the country, balo bua ko di channeleng tsa bona, balo bua ko di tweeteng tsa bona, balo bua ko di TikTokeng tsa bona, hore batho Karabo witse because I get na le batho ke bole bona mara ke right he ha bona ba ka bole batho ba bang. If I don't have a minimum of 100 South Africans, based on my analytics, you're able to see from country to country how many people from the US have watched you, how many people from Senegal have watched you, how many people for, you get my point, Nigeria, if I don't have, for every video without fail that I post after 7 days have progressed, 100 South Africans across all my 5 channels, including my animated channel. If I don't have 100 South Africans per video, I will not post ever again. I will not post until Donald Trump sets my channels free. Those are the caveats. Those are the, what do you call this? The conditions, the terms. Those are the terms and conditions that I'm putting out there. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah, that's if you decide to restore my channel. If you don't, then it's okay. I'm not gonna post on that one little shoddy channel that you've given me, all right? Yeah, I'm not gonna post. I'm gonna go somewhere else. But understand that the very channels that you have frozen, that you have closed, that you have deleted, that you have removed from the system, not from the system, they're still in the cloud, but the ones that you have deleted from, at least me being able to see it, or anybody else for that matter being able to see it, $20 back, like it or not, I'm getting them back. The Lord showed me that I'm gonna get 5.2 million subscribers on my biggest channel. I don't know what the rest are gonna look like, but my biggest one, he compared me to Russell Brand, and I will not for the life of me let go of that promise. I also got a dream of me, and it's a video that is up and coming, but you're not gonna see it. You're not gonna see it unless you give me back my content. Wait, the Lord showed me a gold plaque. Yako YouTube. Gold means 1 million subscribers. Never mind 100,000 subscribers. So, seeing as that's my promise, I'm sorry, it's not aligned to God's promise on my life. Do you understand what I'm saying? And this is how this is going to go. But if you decide to ignore me because you are proud, you pompous bags of nonsense. Yeah, if you decide to ignore me, like I said, it's between me getting all of my channels back maybe in 2 hours, because the Trump administration is going to get to me, or in 2 weeks, 2 months, or even a year. But I'm going to get it back. So I could be sitting without being able to post on all of these channels for a year, but they're all going to come back to me. I told you it's going to be a gradual process of essentially unloading the executive order against Donald Trump. And seeing as things have been happening at breakneck speed, I don't even think I'll have to wait a year. But I am prepared to wait for a year for me to be restored to all of my YouTube channels. And I will know that I'm restored because I'm going to get an email telling me your channel is back. I'm going to get notifications. I told you that's how I'm going to get notified. That's how I'm going to get told that my channels are back. So you can delete, y'all know, I mean, come on. You are dumb to think that you can delete any of my content or any of my channels and it be completely gone. Just the fact that there are recovery softwares that you can download from Google Play after mistakenly deleting your photos from your pictures folder, after mistakenly deleting your videos, you can get free applications that can bring back deleted from recycle bin content. How much more then will an information gathering dystopian ideal by global elites to use global information for their purposes, how much more are they going to bank or hold on to every last thing that was ever put on a cloud, every 1 and 0 behind information online? How much more are they going to hold on to that? YouTube can delete my channel, but you must understand my actual content will never, like, it's there forever. It's infinitely there. Go ask Elon Musk or Bill Gates. It's there forever. They use information that's online, that we put online, that we upload forever. They just hold on to this information, just bank it. So even if you were to go to the back end of the back end to truly delete all of my videos, you can't truly remove them from the cloud. They will always be there. They will always be there because you can't delete this information. Somebody needs to be always able to access something that someone said long ago so they can hang it over their head or so they can vindicate someone. They are thirsty for dystopian sovereign. They are trying to run the world with information. So we're not, just because you've deleted it from your recycle bin doesn't mean it's gone. So if I can get my stuff from Google Play, so not Google Play, what do you call this? A Google Play application. If I can use that, or even an Apple Store application to recover deleted from recycle bin folders, my channel is coming back, Dinja. It's coming back. It's coming back. There is therefore nothing you can do beyond what you've presently done. Yeah, to truly delete my content is still there. And like I said, the Trump administration, before he has run his full tenure of 4 years, is going to recover not only my channels that were deleted completely, but he is going to recover many other people's from deletion, from the grave. Yeah, like Lazarus come forth. You know how he died and Christ, after 3 days of him being dead, was like, Lazarus come forth? The Lord is going to cause for the resurrection of my dead channels at some point. Get a notification saying that they've been recovered to you. I won't have to go to court. I don't have money for court. I won't have to do anything. But you could give it back to me yourself. Because listen, like I said, I'm bubblegum in your hair. You cut me, you cut yourselves. You need me to post. I'm not going to post in the one channel you've availed for me. I am not going to post in the one little space that you've said, okay, Karabo, keep prophesying over us in here. We want to keep on hearing you. We want to keep on seeing you. We want to have sight of you. We want to keep you in our line of sight. Langtel. I'm not doing it. So this is between you getting my content in a day, in 3 days, in a week, versus in a year. I don't think you've got a year to live. Oh, you gangrenous freak. You that's got a metastasizing cancer in your liver. You don't have a day. You need me today. You need me to administrate medication today. You need to get on treatment as in yesterday. So if I don't come next week and the week thereafter, Shem, you will start to die. And by die, I mean you are going to be so nar. You are going to be so fra. Things are going to keep on falling apart in the country. I mean, Shabang Ibrahim Rasul walo na wa hlanya ntjele ke ka khutla from America ina yetsang ntse bitsa thampo le America ka ofela racist mara o dutse ko ditulong tsa bona. You are sitting in their country, you are out here eating their McDonald's. Wa no na ntse na Coca-Cola ya bona o qeta mo o botla ba gwara o ba lanze ko ntlong ya bona. Ke ba ka go look at what South Africans are doing internationally. Motho a teng o rata Gaza, motho a teng o rata Hamas. Iseng Gaza ke nga Hamas. Motho a teng o happy ka case ya against Israel. Kuyahlanywa la emgaqweni. Abana le Pando, wonke umuntu uyahlangana la emgaqweni. Like I said, Naledi Pando is not Naledi Pando but Naledi Pandemonium. That is this country. Kale ka kubiwa. Lona ka ofela lo ba persona as grasha. Not personally in my own as a grandship, I am declaring you persona as grasha. Limpita nonsense he. It's one more my country. Get out of my heaven. I get when you come into my content, I get lounge room. I go some kind of a bar or restaurant. Mo kana di sofas very comfortable. And I get bar because lena takonyesa, lena bojwala. When you come to my content, you don't actually consume the gospel. You drink a puza. Lena bojwala. So I'm like a lounge segment in a, what do you call this thing? Go barring, like go spotong, a tavern. But one that's got like the couch, it's very cushy, it's comfortable. Yeah, I'm like a lounge area in a tavern. It's nka babalas, go shebini, go spotong. Ke na le di sofa, it's very comfortable. Well, mina ke nyankosha. I'm making out of you persona ex gratia from sofa yaka go tavern yalona because I am the only comfortable space. Uzofike America to establish diplomatic relations. Bese uyobhala a note that's out here insulting Americans. Pumpele ndoda. So nani, you come to my content in order to create diplomatic relations like me giving fellatio to some sick dude. Yeah, that's what's good. Bese mina ngizontshela just like Donald Trump. Pumpele. Persona ex gratia. Go and name Nelson Mandela Drive in Sandton. Like after some terrorists and watch me take my embassy from your country. I will do that. Proper. You think I need you? Like America, I'm the one here with the bargaining chips, okay? I'm the one here with the prophecy. I'm the one here sent by the God of the universe. Himlana, that knows things that are going to happen, Gausani, that you are unaware of. I'm the one here whose prophecies are being fulfilled. So if I make out of you a persona ex gratia uzo border and like Ibrahim Rasul, you will get on Isifufane fast and furious before Felita trip ya America, before you can put your feet inside the soil, before you can put your feet at the ocean in California. You will be on an aeroplane back to OR Tambonja. You will come back. Rasul. You will come back Lankutla. Yeah, let's swabile with EFF and IFP and ANC are just still calling you their baby. We will always love Ibrahim Rasul, even though that little rando was appointed as an ambassador to the US. Because US I'm fooling. Are they gonna find another spot for him? Are they gonna find another job for him in this country? Because he was the South African ambassador to the US. Are they gonna find another job for him? And then you are to be threatening the American ambassador to South Africa. I don't even think one exists. You always have these comebacks, they're weak, they're fluffy. Like a fishy out of the ocean flapping its last. Halina next, Maralatella, Lena Kitoleza persona non grasha languta. I will make out of all of your personas non grasha. Little genasi for fanning. Little you will fly and you will land go our tambo and never be able to come back to America again. You will never be able to come back to Karabo again. I will literally put you on an aeroplane and one-way ticket back to more rubbish le destroyer. The poverty-stricken of this country, and I will not let you come back into my land. On a watch list. You are fortunate that Trump did not put you on that no ban list. But do you want to know why Donald Trump did not put South Africa out of all those African countries that he put on a no-fly list and a travel ban to the US? It's because we have phone. Y'all are playing games. Donald Trump is picking a bone with the South African government, with ANC, with South African indiscretion, but he wants South African skills. That's why there's no travel ban on South Africa. Elon Musk, and I'm one of them. He wants more Elon Musk. He wants our farmers. He wants our skilled professionals. He wants South Africans because he thinks that when he looks at South Africa, he looks at Trevor Noah. When he looks at South Africa, he looks at his own Elon Musk. The other day he called Elon Musk a patriot. The way I'm that bromance Elon Musk. If this is what South Africa produces, I'll take it. South Africa. Tyler. People that go to the US from South Africa are of such high quality in America right now that Donald Trump has not placed a travel ban on South Africa, albeit being one of the very most corrupt countries in Africa because he wants our Afrikaners, our farmers. We all know what's happening with farmland in America. Trump uyabafuna to go and farm over there. That's why, so expropriation without compensation. Elon Musk was like, just go and grab another me. Just take their farmers and bring them here. They'll benefit the American economy. He wants our skilled professionals. He wants our musicians. He wants our comedians. Oh, he can see the government at dome. So the moment a man like Elon Musk or somebody in the US notices me, it's gonna be so easy for them to be like, fine, we'll take you. Fine, we'll take you. This is about making America great again, including through people like Elon Musk. I am a gem that has been thrown away for this country, and how prophetic I am. It's just gonna make me another, who is this guy? That moved to America and only there he was able to prophesy. Kim Clement or whatever. It's just gonna make me another Kim Clement. Someone with a prophetic gifting that was able to prophesy over America. In South Africa, they didn't listen to her, so America took her. I am valuable to you. How much more valuable then do you think I'm going to be to the US? All that it's going to take for them to quickly expedite my citizenship, that side, my move, is for them to just find me. That's why I delete. But it is the very thing of you deleting me that's going to get eyes on me, focused on, discovered therefore that I am of high value. And then just like Trump is out here trying to expedite Afrikaner move to the US, they will expedite my move too. You have put me, you have literally put me in the hands of the Americans. You put me there like a new mom with a baby in her bosom. On some, oh, it's so cute. Even though childbirth was ridiculous. I told you. It's going to be like I never had loneliness at all. Bazongitanda in a way that is going to grate you. It's going to make you pull out your hairs. Like it or not, the very thing you're doing and trying to prevent me from moving is going to make me move. So, like I said, you can either restore my YouTube channel today, tomorrow, in 2 hours, next week, or you can wait for me to be recovered. But either way, like it or not. This morning, I woke up to hear from I had just woken up at a slumber and I heard what she needs in Jeffela is impama on the face. I don't know to take away my YouTube channels. Kimpama konna kimaswabi angeki mina ungisukele ngoba mina even though angizithulelanga